Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for October 3rd. October 3rd is the 276th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 277th in leap years, with 89 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is hapless. Hapless is an adjective that means having no luck, unfortunate. Hapless is usually used in a context where one is describing someone who is unlucky and deserving of pity, like a hapless customer who gives in to the fast-talking salesperson, or the hapless child whose ice cream has fallen onto the sidewalk. The word hapless comes to us through a combination of Old Norse hap, which means good luck, and Old English less, which means without. Without, good luck, hapless. Earliest documented use of the word hapless is around 1400. Hapless. If you've got a word you'd like us to take a look at in this Word of the Day section, drop it in the comments and we'll take a look at it. And with that, on October 3rd, 1789, George Washington proclaimed Thursday, November 26, 1789, to be a Thanksgiving Day in the United States. We have officially observed Thanksgiving on and off since then. Sure enough, on October 3rd, 1863, Abraham Lincoln declared the last Thursday in November to be Thanksgiving Day, and so it has been ever since. This is the birthday of American novelist, screenwriter, and critic Gore Vidal, born October 3rd, 1925. He was a prolific writer and an intellectual. He dabbled in politics and feuded pretty fiercely with other intellectuals. Apparently, he also drank a lot, which probably contributed to his sometimes controversial outlook, opinions, and behavior. In fact, in his later years, he died from an alcohol-related neurological syndrome, although he did live to the age of 86. Now, here's a little bit of a surprise. The United Kingdom successfully tested a nuclear weapon over in the Montebello Islands, Western Australia, on October 3rd, 1952. Thereby becoming the world's third nuclear power after the United States and the Soviet Union. On October 2, 1962, Wally Schirra went up in the Sigma 7 spacecraft. This was part of the Project Mercury space program. Sigma 7 launched from Cape Canaveral for a 6-orbit flight and returned to Earth safely, a little over 9 hours after takeoff. Now, I may or may not have talked about some of these items in previous episodes for October 3rd, but for sure I have mentioned some other things, so I'll include a link to one of those episodes just in case you're curious about that. Today's song is Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Diana Ross. This song began its third week in the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 on October 3rd, 1970. The song was written for Motown by Nicholas Ashford and Valerie Simpson in 1966 and originally recorded by Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell in 1967. That version made the top 20. Diana Ross and the Supremes did a version of the song with the Temptations on an album in 1968, and that version is very similar to the Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell version. This version was her first solo U.S. #1 hit. It has more spoken word parts and a little bit more of a gospel feel to it. Interestingly, Motown boss Berry Gordy hated some of the qualities and components that make this version unique. He wanted it redone more like the first two versions, but this version took off, so there you go. Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Diana Ross. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That playlist lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. This is the
I
birthday.
didn't get that. Could you try again?
I wasn't talking to you. Okay. Cacophony is a sound. Cacophony is a noun that I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Alrighty, you got to read it the right way. Let's start over. It's 8 o'clock, so all of the reminders are going to be dinging. I forgot to turn those off. Okay, stop it. Don't alienate people who can be helpful to you. Flinging happiness all over the place. Alrighty, back to work. I think we got it this time.